so today we're going to go over our front step and our front kick through, as well as talking about the position that we need to be in before we execute those two steps. So we're going to start off in a static beast position, and from here what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply shift my hips back and slide my hands forward. Now from here I'm going to maintain that neutral spine, and I'm going to draw my shoulders down away from my ears and create tension through the lats. And I'm going to create tension by pushing into the palms of my hands and then gripping down into the ground with my fingertips. My head isn't all the way down, it's not all the way up. I'm trying to create a neutral spine, same as if we were in that tabletop position. Eye gaze slightly forward. So from here is where we will execute our front step and our kick through, and this is called your loaded beast. So this is your static beast, and again coming down, this is loaded beast. It is familiar, or it is similar to child's pose, and it is a great way to stretch out the hips and then get them prepped and primed as well for traveling movement. So what we're going to do is we're going to start in our loaded beast position, and we're going to curl the toes under. From here I'm going to take my right leg to step outside of my right hand. Now when I do this, I still think about drawing the shoulders down, and I use my fingertips to dig into the floor to maintain stability in the shoulder girdle as I step forward. So a lot of the pressure of my body is absorbed through the palm of the hand and into the fingertips as well. And as I'm doing that, this left knee will begin to extend back, and my right leg again steps outside of my right hand, and then I'm going to lower my hips, drawing the shoulders back, and then I'm going to take my right hand up, and I'm going to pull that elbow back. And I want you to notice when I'm pulling the elbow back, I'm essentially creating this angle here, and then lifting the wrist up, or lifting the fingertips up and creating almost a claw, if you will. Eye gaze comes up with the hand. From here, I'm going to place my hand back, screw my shoulders down again, and then step my leg back, coming back into my loaded beast, okay? And so we'll stay from this side, and I want you to see this on the left side again, drawing the shoulders down. I pull and I lift, pressing through my toes here, and then using my toes and my hands to pull my weight forward, creating tension here. I want you to notice that the the shoulders are locked down, creating tension, and stepping. Lowering again the hip as I press my toes into the floor, and I pull my shoulders down, proud chest, and then pull that hand back. Eye gaze is up. So I'm creating a lot of tension from the elbow down the body and down this line, especially here with my leg, as I lift up. So this is also a great priming stretch as well. You can also do this from knees down. Hand here, or you can do it with two hands down. Curl the toes underneath, right leg steps, knee down, hand up. You can also do this somewhat from a fist position if it is needed. I will pull my fists here, roll my fist up, and then pull the hand up. Fist down, fist up, and back. Okay. From there we can progress into our front kick through. So to understand the transition points and gain body awareness around that, I like to take it step by step. So very static, almost robotic, we're going to go into our loaded beast. From here, we'll come into our front step, And so what I want you to notice with this front step is I'm stepping a little bit wider, creating a little bit more space between my hand and my foot. And this is gonna allow more room for this back leg to come through. A lot of times what I see happen is students will step very close and then they don't have enough room necessarily to get through, or they don't know how to readjust to pull that leg through anyways. And so here I feel a lot of friction in my toes, a lot of friction here in my knee. So I like to take that step out wider to give myself the room to kick through and to make sure nothing is shearing in the knee or feeling tight in the ankle. So going back again, loaded beast, right leg front step. We'll pull that right hand up. Now from here, what I want you to notice is I drive slightly up. Slight little motion here. I'm still maintaining stability through the shoulder, keeping it packed, keeping a slight bend in the elbow and corkscrewing the elbow eye forward. I'm going to lift up, and from here is where I start to bend my knee. Okay, so if you give yourself that little bend and a slight bend in the elbow, you'll be able to drop the hip down, and this is where you'll open up that leg, and then you would chop the hand here next to the face. Now, of course, the same thing, the same rule applies of how far away from the ground you should be, about to where you could only slide a piece of paper underneath your leg. We're gonna point the toe and externally rotate that femur and create a line of tension from the toe all the way up into the hip. Pulling the hand, or I'm sorry, chopping the hand next to the face. You're going to bend the knee, and same thing, lift up, slightly pulling back into that shoulder. Leg is going to step back, hand comes down to the ground for support, and drop that right leg back. Left leg front kick through. We'll go to our front step, lifting the hand up off the floor, drawing that shoulder down away from the ear, proud chest, eye gaze forward, slight lift, bending that knee, shooting the hip through, hand comes down, chopping next to the face, point the toe, and externally rotate that femur, draw the shoulder back. Good, and back. Now, as you progress and get comfortable with the movement, your joints get comfortable with the movement, you can start to increase your rhythm by adding in a hop and start to smooth your way through that front step. Start blending it into going simultaneously, going into the front kick through. So, hop, 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 step, pop, back, back. The last progression for that will be to not return to loaded beast. So when I make my step and step into my kick through, from here I'm going to swing my legs around. So my leg is going to, let's try that again. Swinging the leg around, the leg is going to step, and then my other leg is going to kick through. And you want to try to shoot the leg directly back, so the other leg can swing